We will do anything to get away from the pain that we are feeling. And whatever our choice is, once we've introduced that to our brain, that'll be our go-to place, invariably, for us not to feel the way that we do. Our subconscious is there to basically keep us alive. So we don't have to basically face things in life. We start running from life. We bury our heads in the sand and we're not really thinking about it. We don't want to see what's going on. And it works. It does work. Earlier in our lives, we can laugh, we can joke, we can do what we do, we can over-exercise, we can drink, we can take drugs, over sex, over everything. It's overing, basically. And then it gets more difficult as we go on further into our lives, to the point where it's just not sustainable. Then life has a way of giving us a bit of a wake up. It's like somebody's hit you with a bat, and one day you kind of think, oh, I'm too far into it. We're not, but it's the way that we think. Now I can't change. I am who I am. I'm too old to change. We think the way that we do. We're hanging on to all these beliefs that we've been taught, and the way that we've run our lives. It's comfortable to us, and it seems like it's going to be such a battle for us to change the way that we operate. It's just not doable. I had an introduction to it at 30, and I didn't change my life. And at 40, I've said many times, obviously, most people know, I ended up in intensive care, almost dead. And it was I don't think it was a shock. I think I'd pretty much given up anyway. The fighting had been going on in my mind and in life, and it was just draining and exhausting. Life wasn't fun. But to wake up in a hospital bed was like, oh, what has happened? Big shock. After collapsing, not knowing much about it, and for me it was the walking, not being able to walk afterwards. But the whole shock of the experience actually made me start thinking about life and who I wanted to be, and that I couldn't be that person anymore. I couldn't ignore life and be the passenger in my own life. I actually had to have some input into where I was going. Because I think I was very fortunate in the fact that I've been able to recover. I think when we can get into a situation where we might not be able to recover, and we didn't see it, we didn't actually see that particular event coming, because we've been almost ignorant to it, because we didn't want to see it. And it can come a point in our lives where, because we've actually done nothing about it, we haven't in any way attempted to change the way that we think and we feel about life, change our perception of life, stop believing everything that we're told. We can't recover from the situation that we have got ourselves into. And in my experience of all these things that have happened through my life, what we'll do then is we'll complain about it and we'll blame somebody else. One thing we must realise in life is there is nobody else to blame for what is happening in our lives.